Hello everybody, this is Aiden, LuxRaiden, and today I'm going to be talking about Raichu in Gen 1 OU. Originally I wanted to write a script for this, but then I remembered that every script I write I get bored halfway through, so instead I'm just going to talk about it. If any of you don't know anything about Gen 1 OU, you probably don't even want to touch this video. It's basically a main staple to have an electric type on every team. They're powerhouses that kind of just delete a lot of types and usually have physical moves to deal with psychics too. Of course, not every team does. There are a lot of teams will just kind of chug psychic types, but it's usually a mainstay to have like a psychic, a normal, an electric, and a ground type, the stuff that said electric. Two electric types in Gen 1 OU are Jolteon and Zapdos. They both have their pluses. Jolteon definitely performs as a better lead due to its access of Pin Missile and better speed than Alakazam. Zapdos can sometimes be viewed as a good powerhouse, like maybe better than Jolteon in some cases. It can't be Earthquaked, but usually Rhydon or Golem will carry Rock Slide for that specific manner. Although if someone makes the daring mistake to run Marowak, then they're just completely fucked because that poor thing doesn't get Rock Slide. That's not what we're talking about today. We want to talk about Raichu. Electric types in UU are funny, you know. They actually do have niches to themselves that make them worth picking in some cases. Except for Magneton. He just kind of stinks. Doesn't have a single niche against the other ones besides, you know, being more defensive. Now that I'm actually looking at his stats, he's barely more defensive than Zapdos. Anyway, today we're looking at Raichu. Raichu's stats are pretty basic. He's got better attack than some of the other electric types. I think it's the same exact stat as Zapdos, so yeah, his body slams will certainly be doing more body slam damage. Self-stat is mediocre at best. It's whatever, you don't expect electric types to survive forever. Same with the defense, it's actually worse than Jolteon even, so one Earthquake will rip him to pieces. His special and speed are worse than all of the Gen 1 OU Mons, electric whatever. For the stat reasons alone, it's probably why he's outclassed by Mons like Jolteon and Zapdos. Because really, when you're looking for like a nice electric type to just do shit, it's either speed or power, and Raichu gives a weird mix of the two. Well, not really, seems the same speed stat as Zapdos, whatever. He has access to a lot of good moves, you know, Agility Body Slam, Hyper Beam, duh. He also gets Light Screen, which none of the electric types in Gen 1 OU get, so he can technically perform as a special wall if you wanted to, but, I mean, who really wants to run Raichu or any electric type as a special? You usually are trying to run them as sweepers anyway. He gets Arrest, which is, in my opinion, a really good tool for stiffing off the Thunder Waves that will inevitably get on them. He gets Submission to let him sort of deal with the normal types like Chansey and the such. I never found good use of this move. It seems to miss with me more than Thunder does, funnily enough, and the recoil really will stack up. I usually only run it on Mons that will either have fighting type or die very quickly. Substitute, of course, in case you expect to switch. I don't really think there are many Mons that are intimidated by Raichu. I mean, maybe Lapras? Nah. Thunder and Thunderbolt, it's whatever you want to run. I feel like Thunder might actually be more applicable to Raichu due to his worse special stat than all the electric types in OU. But it's honestly up to preference because a lot of the time it'll miss, and well, nobody likes misses. Thunder Wave obviously can't have a moveset without Thunder Wave. And then the big funny, which you've probably been waiting this entire time for, Fly. Just kidding, I meant Surf. Surf allows him to do one thing that literally no other fucking electric type can do in the game, and that's sort of deal with ground rock types. I don't know if he could one-shot them, but I know with a crit he definitely can, and if he predicts a switch to a ground type, which man, he just made the biggest mistake life, dude. Year-round rock type just gets fucked by Raichu. And Raichu obviously has a better speed stat than rock ground types, which, coupled with the fact that Raichu actually has decent special stat, and you know, right on the goal. Don't! Raichu can actually deal with rock ground types, which definitely allows for like a good surprise to the opponent. I know, I've actually fallen for it, and I was honestly so surprised. I totally forgot Raichu even got Surf. He also does actually get Fly, but Fly is a 2-turn move. It's just not useful, to be honest. I mean, like, sure, you can mess up grass types, I guess. Whatever. The whole point of Raichu is mostly just a gimmick. It's like, you switch to that rock around type. What are you, stupid? Now it dies. It'll catch like one person by surprise. If they see it coming, you just die to whatever they're already using in the first place. Because Raichu's stats just aren't amazing on their own to deal with stuff. If Raichu's stats were decent, like the other 2 electric types in GoOd, it'd also be a big threat. Because giving it Surf as an allowance to actually deal with the rock ground types that are made stiff electric types, that's a lot. That's a lot right there. It's just that on its own, you know, it's a UU Pokemon, but a good one at that, you know. Man, that's about it. I would like to do more just like down-to-earth Pokemon reviews like this. The only category I do know is Gen 1 OU. But yeah, I'd like to see what you guys think. Hope you all have a sheepy day. Bye bye.